In 1975, we traveled to Denver, Colorado, Ron Lyle's hometown, to fight the top-rated Ron Lyle. Ernie, you remember that night?
Yes, Frank, it was like yesterday. All facts come back so clear in my mind now. I had Lyle out in the first round, second one, I had him out. They actually gave him about 20-second count. The fight was over, but when you fight in the Lions Den, you fight by the Lions rule.
That's right.
And he came back to stop.
It's September 13th, 1975. Two murderous punching heavyweights, Earnie Shavers and Ron Lyle, meet in Denver. In the opening round, both men box cautiously. Here in round two, Lyle in red trunks is jabbing effectively, keeping Shavers at bay. Shavers has an astonishing record for a heavyweight, scoring 49 knockouts in 55 professional fights. A crushing left hook, and Lyle tumbles to the canvas. Lyle is up with a count of 6. The bell ends round 2. In round 3, Shavers has Lyle cornered and tries to work on the inside. Both men throwing dynamite. Either man could end it with one punch. A crisp 1-2 by Shavers.
In 1976, we traveled to Paris, France, to do a CBS Sports Spectacular fight. In that bout, we faced the top-ranked Henry Clark, excellent boxer. Ernie, they didn't think you could go 10 rounds. Well, what did we prove that night?
Went 10 rounds, Frank, and we beat him on decision. But Frank, I remember that fight very clearly because Clark was rated high, very high. He had knocked out Jeff Mayer, and Jeff was an upcoming heavyweight. But I used my left hand a lot more that night, Frank, than any other night because I had a bruised right hand knuckle. My third knuckle was bruised my right hand. And I used left hand a lot that night.
For that fight, Ernie came out with a different look as well. Ernie, what was that look?
Well, I have the shaved head, Frank, because I was a great puncher, they tell me. And I knew if I shaved my head and never smiled, looked mean at my opponent, it put the fear of God into him.
And it sure did. Ernie looked like a Mongolian warrior.
Earnie Shavers, to the right of your screen now in red trunks. Henry Clark in white. Shavers, again, using that jab in a more boxing style than some of his fans might expect. A little more conservative, Earnie Shavers, so far.
Of course, the question about Shavers is one, how he takes a punch. But secondly, as Ali put it about Foreman and Zaire, will his parachute open if the fight goes past the midway point? And I think that's what Clark is trying to do here, extend him, make him work, tire him out. I think he's only gone about a half a dozen fights more than 6 rounds.
Long right by Shavers fell short as Clark moving well. Ducked away there from another right hand over the ropes. Good left jab by Shavers. Another one, good right. That's the best punch of the fight so far. Right hand, short one from Shavers.
Get out of here. Turn around.
Clark has gone to this corner twice early. Looked confident in there.
I think we're into the Ali rope trick now.
Good left jab by Shavers to straighten Clark and tags him lightly there over the left eye. Good right hand by Shavers.
Turn around.
Clark does not appear to be hurt by any of these punches, but he has taken 2 good shots from Shavers. We're in the final minute of round 2. Tim Ryan with Larry Merchant ringside at the Pavillon de Paris. Paris, France. Earnie Shavers, Henry Clark. And remember to follow the WBC Middleweight Championship. Rodrigo Valdez champion. And number 2 ranked Max Cohen of France. First time Shavers has gone downstairs. Left hook to the midsection. The crowd as tentative as these heavyweights have been so far in the early going. 10 seconds remaining in round 2. Five coming up. Tim Ryan and Larry Merchant live via satellite from Paris. And while Shavers has landed most of the punches so far in this fight, Larry, and seems to have raised a little swelling on the left eye of Henry Clark, this has been a bit of a surprise in that Ernie's tried to box Henry Clark.
Yeah, it's sort of like a Frenchman ordering a California wine. Or worse.
Wild left hook from Clark just grazed the face of Shavers, pulling back.
Very subtly, Clark is now starting to try to go on the offensive because the other stuff just didn't work.
Good left jab from Shavers, and he's working on that left eye of Henry Clark, and he scored very well with it, 2 in a row. Shavers landing that jab almost at will. A little more than a minute into this 5th round. Shavers has not unloaded one of his famous blockbusters, but he has been scoring effectively by going straight ahead with that jab. Now that eye looking a little angrier. Henry Clark's left eye. Left hook from Clark, one of the best punches of his so far, catching Shavers coming in.
Clark's eye is beginning to look like one of those hamburgers that's invaded Paris.
In the far corner, Shavers for the first time pinned in. One minute remaining in round 5. Shavers doing a little resting over there. He's been throwing most of the punches.
Well, here we have the complete reversal with Clark trying to corner Shavers.
Now there's some blood on the face of Earnie Shavers. We're going to wait to see if it's from Henry Clark's eye. I believe it is. He now is badly swollen underneath and around his left eye. Good left hook from Clark. They were boxing at close quarters on the far side of the ring.
There's a bad cut on Clark's eye now. A bad cut.
Clark told us before this fight he had never been cut, that was not a problem for him, and now it's really bleeding.
He knows it because he's going on the offensive.
Running to the nose of Earnie Shavers. Final seconds of round 5. This is round 10. Shavers and Henry Clark, the final round here from the Pavillon de Paris, with Henry Clark down to the last 3 minutes here to try and knock out Earnie Shavers, his only chance at victory. As Shavers has just been awesome with a left jab from the beginning of this fight, but is now a very tired man. And Clark, realizing that, getting the opportunity to continue despite that severe cut, now still hoping to take him out. Shavers trying to jab, but he's just a tired man. He's not scoring as he was earlier. Stumbling around in the middle of the ring, not from the blows of Henry Clark, just from fatigue. Good left hook from Clark. Well, that's the first wild punch we've seen from Shavers. Way outside left.
Shavers looks like he could go with one solid punch right now. That's how tired he looks. He's wheezing. He's just trying to last out this round.
Well, as we indicated, in 50 victories, 49 knockouts, he hasn't had to go the distance very often in his career. Lost only 5 times.
A hard left hand by Clark.
Good shot by Henry. What a game showing by Henry Clark. Had trouble seeing out of that left eye since midway through this fight. Has not backed up once. Low left hook lead by Clark. He's just trying to get something that'll hurt Earnie and set him up for the knockout punch. A minute remaining in this heavyweight fight. 9th ranked Earnie Shavers, 5th ranked Henry Clark, and this victory by Shavers certainly will impress people who make those ratings. And Ernie's going to be a tough man for anybody. In Clark's corner, Henry still looking for that one opening here with time running down. Clark to the left of your screen. If you just joined us, it's been a grueling heavyweight battle for 10 rounds. We're in the final round with 10 seconds to go in the fight. Wild right missed, and there it is. That's it. The fight is over. A tremendous display by Henry Clark and Earnie Shavers. And we'll be back here with a decision from the Pavillon de Paris in just a moment.
Clark didn't last so long when he and Earnie met again, this time in New York City's Yankee Stadium.
Shavers hit him an overhand right, then over a left jab that seemed to affect him a bit.
Earnie Shavers at 213. He's on your left, and on the right is Henry Clark at about 222. But Shavers looks to be the stronger, more compactly built guy.
Well, without question, and I do know one thing about Shavers. He's a front runner. If he ever gets behind in a fight, he tends to just stay that way, behind.
Did he ever lay that good right hand on Jerry Quarry's jaw?
I don't know. I saw it in the film next day, but it didn't bother me.
Okay, round 1 of 10. Shavers and Henry Clark. Ooh. Right hand might have just barely missed. It backed Clark into the corner above us. That's Shavers to your left, throwing that jab out.
Something I saw in the first fight with him, Tom, that Shavers used the jab extremely effective. He was doing it all night and landing it, and it scored a lot of points. In fact, it closed Clark's right eye in that fight. We're going to have to see what happens tonight.
Clark looks like he's handling pretty well. Takes that right hand high, but doesn't look like it did much damage.
Well, Clark is a cagey fighter and an extremely good defensive fighter, and he's not going to be the one that's just going to get hit one shot and get out of there. I guarantee you that.
Shavers is the aggressor now, moving across, overhand right. A little bit lower with that left.
Good right hand by Shavers again. I don't really think that Clark is hurt because I said he is a good defensive fighter, and he's doing a good job of letting those punches go off the shoulders and off the side of his head.
Henry Clark to your right. From San Francisco, California. Earnie Shavers, by the way, is from Warren, Ohio, and he is laying it on Henry in his first round. Clark trying to hold and grab and hold on. Comes out with a light jab. He hasn't thrown much.
He's been mostly on the defense in this round. And I'll tell you one thing about Shavers. He tends to be a 5-round fighter. Anytime after that, he tires. Because you can see his upper body. He's built extremely strong, so he does tire quickly.
He would tend to scare me to death in round 1. I'll tell you that. He looks pretty tough. Round 1 of 10 now. And on the far side now, Shavers has him in the other corner across the ring from us. Round 2, and Henry goes back, and here comes Shavers right out at him to meet him. That's Shavers on the left. Henry dancing around a little bit. Looks like he may have gotten loosened up after the first round.
He's, as I say, a good boxer, and it's not going to be an easy fight for Earnie Shavers. He's not going to walk through him. I guarantee you that.
Clark weighs 222 and moves around a little bit. Lands the left and tries to hold on with the right as he moves into it.
It's kind of a looping lead left hook, and Clark is not known for his punching power, so I don't expect him to knock out Shavers.
Pretty good left that moves Henry back. Shavers, the man on the left, has the punching power, but looks like he's trying to keep things loose a little bit. He might be tight already in round 2.
Well, that's the tendency for big punchers to throw it all away, and they don't know how to recover it. I'm surprised Clark's not using his left jab. He's the boxer of the two, and Shavers is using his jab strongly.
And the big right hand is that one right there, is that Earnie Shaver trademark, isn't it? Coming out over the top, the quick right hand, the jab can keep that off, huh?
That's right. You got to use a defensive left jab for a guy like Shavers.
Combination by Shavers, still not landing much, but really punishing Henry a little bit. There's the hook by Henry. But as Jerry Quarry said, not that good straight moving jab.
That's it. Shavers not landing anything solid. They're glancing blows and nothing that are really hurting Clark. But they do take their toll over a period of time. Got hit a right hand on top of the head there that seemed to affect him.
Henry in a little bit of trouble. Looks like most of them are not landing, but a few are.
You can see the defensive moves he's making, weaving and bobbing, where he's not getting hit solid with a shot. He appears to be hurt a little bit there.
Again, he's not moving as much as Jerry has anticipated. Henry Clark, a little bit flat-footed for a boxer, misses with a hook wildly and then gets staggered. A right hand, 2 of them by Shavers.
He got hurt by a hit on the back of the head with that shot.
Take a look. Shavers will see if he's a finisher or not. Henry is back in his own corner, and it has been stopped. LaBianco has stepped between the fighters.
Apparently, he does have that punching power, Tommy.
Tell you, Henry was looking at him like there wasn't much going on, and then Earnie hit him with that right hand, then fouled him with another right hand, and quickly it was taken care of. He did not waste a lot of effort in doing the job.